Hey guys, welcome and
Hi.
welcome back to my channel. My name is
Mm-hmm.
Terngu Uduezue and I have Keeping Up with Jenny with me. That's her
Yes.
YouTube name. But
Oh,
her real name is
really?
Jenny. You should know her by now. She's a regular on this channel. Anyway, guys, so today we're going to be talking about 15 questions your daughter is afraid to ask you.
Ooh,
Guys, this generation,
I'm telling
oh my
you,
God. The
the
truth is, no
kids of
matter
these
how
days.
close you are with your kids, I feel like they'll still be uncomfortable to ask you some certain things. And yeah, so how do we go about it? My daughter is still 7. It's Jenny that has teenage daughters. So she's my senior, she's ahead of me. So I brought her on to tell me how she's going to handle these questions when her kids bring them to her. And I know they're going
Okay.
to watch this video. So
Yes. Okay.
hear what your mommy will tell you. Anyway, so Jenny, let's start. Guys, if you see me
Okay.
looking down, I'm looking at the questions.
Okay.
So question number 1, if
All
one of
right.
them come up to you and say, how far should I go with a boy?
Hmm.
What would you say?
How far should I go with a boy?
Yes.
First, I would say, this moment, the stage where they are.
How old are you?
Jasmine is 14, Jadel is 12.
Okay.
So I would say at this point, you're supposed to be concentrating
Oh,
on
your books.
your
Read your
books,
books.
your education. Don't miss it up. Don't get distracted. That is not what you need at the moment. You can have friends, female and male friends. I allow them have friends.
Mm,
But at the same time, I'm always very
caution,
careful and
yeah.
conscious and watchful because I know things could go south when it
Escalate.
comes to a male and a female. These children have feelings
Yes.
just the way we do. So too much of everything, there are boundaries. There should be
Yeah.
boundaries. So don't get too comfortable with a boy. Of course, your friends should be your female friends. But you can also, I'm not the kind of parent that wants to say, oh, don't talk to a boy, don't play with a boy.
Yeah,
Because
wasting
children
your
of
time.
nowadays,
Ah, this
the
generation.
moment you start telling them,
Don't do this.
don't play with boys at
That's what
all,
they want.
don't do this, that's what they are curious. They want to know why you're making that decision,
Mm.
why you are telling them not to do this. That's what they want to do. So you have to be careful and diplomatic about such conversations with them and diplomatic. But I'll tell them at this moment, that is not what you
Your
need.
priority.
Just be free. I always tell my kids, just be free. Let everybody be your friend. Don't try to want to take it to another
Another level.
level. Concentrate on your education, concentrate on your
Mm.
studies because that's what you need
You
at
don't
this
want to be a
moment.
teen mom, trust
Yes, you
me.
don't want to
Ah,
be a teen mom. You don't need
it's
those
hell.
distractions. You don't need those distractions. You don't want to be a teen mom. You don't want to take your mind off from what your mind is supposed to be in at the
Focus on your focus.
moment. There's
As
time
chairman
for
would say.
everything. I always hit
There is.
on that. There's time for everything. So that's going to be my response. There's time for everything. This question you're asking me at the moment is not the right time to ask me. When it's the right time to ask me, I'm going to give you an answer and give you guidelines from my
Mm.
experience. I'm going to give you like 100% advice that you're going to need at that point, but not at the moment.
No, at the moment. Just still
Yes.
touching on this subject of how far should I go with a boy. At what age do you think it's okay for them to have their first kiss?
Mm.
Mm.
Left for me, I would want to say 18, but I know that is almost like impossible these days.
Mm.
So I'll go with 16. But for me, if you tell me that my child is kissing a boy at 16, God, I'm going to
Cringe.
ah hey, the African parents in me is going to
Yes.
come out.
Yes.
But I just want to say generally,
18, that's like university.
yes, I would
Ah,
want
this
to say
generation
18. So
can
if
you
you can
wait?
wait till
When did
18,
they do prom? Is it not 15 or 6?
they do 16. I think they do at 16 because
So
that's
I
the
guess
around the age they're clocking out of secondary school.
it's so much
You
harder
know?
when you're raising girls. As boys, people don't really care.
Yeah.
But you should care,
You
oh, but
should
people
care.
don't really
I care
care.
about my son.
Of
He's the
course.
last. My last just turned 10 some days ago. That was 11th.
Mm.
I watch him closely because funny enough, we actually do think that it's very difficult to bring up female children. Do you know
Boys
it's
are,
worse off with boys?
yeah.
You have
Um,
to, in as much as you're following up with your
you have to
female
be
children, you
intentional.
have to, honestly, you
Because
have to
people
also,
always overlook their boys,
oh
but
my
no, the
God,
boys these
because
days.
if you are careless with your boy, things will so go south
Yeah.
and it will be very they will get to a stage whereby you cannot even control them, you cannot even correct things anymore.
Yeah, they're strong headed.
Even with girls, even in marriage, even they still need you. You can still talk to them, you can still bring them some advice
Mm.
and even tell them, okay, do it like this, do it now. But with guys, if they are gone, they are gone. So you have to be intentional in bringing up your male children
God help
from their
us.
behavior, their choice of whatever they like to do, their
Friends,
choice of
movies,
friends, the
games.
games they're
Oh,
playing,
God.
their decision in career too. Like you literally have to be part of it. Boy, bringing up a boy child is like a handful, to be
It's a
honest.
lot. Okay, so question number 2 says, can I come to you if I go too far with a boy?
Can you come to me if you
Yes,
go too
too far
far
with
with
a
a
boy. I don't know what
boy?
too far is, Sha, but let's
Yes,
just
I honestly I don't know what too far
use our
is.
imagination.
But I think if you come to me, it will be better you come to me and discuss it with me yourself
Privately.
than for me to hear
Yeah.
in public or from your friends or school or whatever. So yes, you can come to
I
me
think it's
and
better once you come,
discuss it with
once
me.
it's within the family, it's easier
Yes,
to
yes,
handle
yes,
than
yes,
when the
yes.
public already has knowledge. I don't know. Yeah, just come. I feel like even Nigerian parents growing up, I couldn't talk to my mom about all these things.
That
Our
was a
generation
very
was
big
a
mistake
no-no.
that our parents did to us, to
Yes,
be
but
honest.
now I feel like our
Not
kids
allowing
should
us to be
be a
free to
bit
talk. Yes,
free
of course.
to come
It
to
will
you.
be to a
Obviously, it's
lot
your
of
kid.
extent.
They will try and contain the situation, no matter what. It's not like you can disown you can't,
No,
Sha, but
not
it'll
to
be
be.
hard. So yeah, so whatever it is, teenage girls, go to your mom's first or your dad,
Yeah,
depending on who you're
who you're
closer to,
closer
or if your
to.
mom is not alive, or your aunt or
Anybody,
somebody,
just talk to somebody in the
a
family.
trusted adult.
Yes,
Yes, please.
yes.
So number 3 says, is it normal not to like my body? For teenagers, I
It
think yes.
happens a lot.
Even
Like
us that are grown
I've
after having
seen that
kids.
happen even like around my children's friends, their classmates and all of that. I've seen some kids not liking how they look, their body look. I've seen some kids not liking their facial look, their color. I've seen some kids being having to fall under depression.
Body dysmorphia, it's real.
Yes, having complex issues.
Especially with social media
You
now.
know,
Oh my,
yes.
they see all
So
sorts.
it never used to be like
Unrealistic.
this. We were never conscious of our look.
Yes.
So
Then we're
yeah,
not really, now it's a social media world, so they are
yes.
comparing to all these like
So
celebrities.
it's not okay because you are still growing. It's
Yes.
not okay to be concerned about how you look, the color of your
At 15,
skin,
16, you see them
you
doing
know.
BBLs. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
so it's honestly, it's not okay. You're still growing. Whatever, however you want to look, whatever you want is going to fall in place. It's
Yeah,
going to
give
come
it
out. Give it
time. Don't
time.
try and grow
You're
up
still
too
growing.
fast.
Yes, you're going to grow into that kind of body color
Yes.
or whatever,
Ah,
however you want to be. So feeling uncomfortable, getting depressed, having complex issues is a no-no.
or trying to give yourself
It's a no.
anorexia
Yes,
just because you want to stay
yes.
skinny. I mean, you're still young. Enjoy your life. Adulthood is not sweet, oh.
At
Let me
all.
just tell
I'm
you.
telling you.
The bills and responsibilities
I
waiting
think
for
the
you.
kids, like for my kids, they are beginning to realize that it's not easy to be
It's
an
not.
adult. Maybe
It's
because they are
not.
aware, they are growing, they understand.
Yeah.
So, of course, they know you have to work hard. They know you go through. Sometimes you are just there thinking, and now because you're thinking for everyone, but then they
Yeah.
don't have anything to think about. All they have to do is to wake up, eat, do
Go to
assignment,
school,
go to
come
school,
back,
read, come back.
be on social media, play video
Although my
games.
second daughter also feels like anyway, because I actually bombard them a lot with reading. Like I make sure they do
You
a lot of
read.
academic works. And
They need
sometimes she
it.
asks me, Mom, how about if this was to be you? And I tell her she's a genius, funny enough. She's a genius. She goes to a competition, she's a genius, but she wants to make me feel like, oh, it's okay,
Give
I'm
them
doing
a
this,
breather. Yeah.
but I should breathe. I should have some space. I like it, I'm doing it, but Mom, you just want to make me feel like, oh, this is what life should be about. At this moment, this is what life should be about, you know. So she was like, what if it's you? And I tell her, I've passed this stage. I did all
You've
this.
passed it.
It's a priority. You cannot jump over it.
Yeah.
This is
It's a
this is your
stage.
responsibility at this moment. So you have to face it.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, question number 4. It says, is it okay if I have doubts about God?
Well,
It's
is
okay.
you
We
can
have
have
doubts
I
too,
don't
Sha.
know. Everybody have their own
Yes,
mind,
there are
their
moments.
opinion. And funny, even we growing up as a child, I used to think about, oh God, how the world was created, how we as a being came about. I think that's normal for kids to think about.
Even why
But
bad
to
things
doubt
happen.
God maybe you want to put in your head that God doesn't exist, that would be a no-no in my
Okay,
household.
yes.
Because me,
You know,
I
Africans are
am
religious.
I am religious. I
Yeah.
balance things. I don't even look like I'm religious, honestly, to be honest, but I am very and very spiritual, So you have to be very close to me to know that, oh, this is her kind of person, but this is my kind of person. And in my household, that's what we practice. So you
Yeah.
don't have any reason to say you don't believe God
Believe in
exists
God.
or you don't believe in God. Because first you are waking up, you are doing a morning devotion, you know you have your Bible, you have your biblical books, so we all do that. Like we go around, you will pray, you will pray, you will pray, and then I will round it up. So there's no space for
Not
that,
to
not to
doubt.
believe in God or to even doubt God. That's the kind of household. Instead, when something comes up, whatever they're doing, they have to even put God first. So that is the kind of mindset I've put in my children. So it also depends on the household.
Yeah, I
So
think.
like I saw this video of a little boy, or a 13 or a 12-year-old boy, or a 10, coming to say God doesn't exist, God doesn't pay his bills, his mother created him, and all of that. Obviously, that child does not have, like, I don't know, a godly background, I'm sorry to say.
But I think
The child,
sometimes, right,
yeah.
it stems from like disappointment. The thing we fail to understand as Christians is that your
I
life is not
understand.
always going to be rosy. So that's why
Oh,
maybe
okay.
sometimes the doubt
So,
creeps
so there
in.
was this thing I put up recently. I don't know if you saw it on my status. I'm like, Christianity is not trade by barter. And that's where a lot of us get to miss
Yes,
it.
they get it
Because we,
wrong.
we, we
They feel
pray,
like your life
we
will be
get closer to God
perfect.
because
You want
we want
something.
something from God. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Regardless of your situation, God, he said there were going to be
There'll be
trials,
trials and
but the money
tribulations.
will come, the joy will
Joy will
come.
come in the morning.
God
Yeah.
even tend to try our faith because he wants to see
Yeah.
who we are in Christ. He wants to see how much we have faith, how much we believe in him.
Yeah.
So sometimes things happens to us based
For a
on for a
reason.
reason because God is even trying to test our
Your
faith.
faith. Yeah.
So when God is testing your faith and you're telling God, "Oh, I'm only here because of what you have to offer me." Life doesn't work like that. You didn't create yourself. You know? So
Whew,
that's
it's not
how I
easy.
see
Oh.
it. I mean,
Christianity is not easy
it's
because
not easy. It's
going
not
back to
easy.
the
You have to be
Bible,
patient.
yeah, when
It's
Abraham they
not
told
black
him to
magic.
slaughter his son,
That was a
me I would
test.
have been like deuces, because tell me to kill my
I
child. Oh
know a
no no no
lot
no.
like that. Like these days, a lot of people would never even
Yeah,
attempt to
I
even do
won't. Oh,
that.
I'm not
They will
even
not even
trying
go
to.
as far as carrying their child into the bush.
Exactly. Let's not. But I agree with Jenny. Foundation is very, very important because I grew up in a family, a strong foundation, Christianity foundation, and no matter how much I wanted to turn up and be a stubborn child, God always drew me back somehow. Do you understand? I always went back. So
Yes,
you will go into the world, but I always find myself back.
back because of your foundation, where
Your
you're coming from.
foundation, that and
Yes,
that's one thing I'd admire about my dad. He's not a perfect human being, but you see, he doesn't joke with Christianity, and I think that's why he's alive till today.
you
No shade
see.
to people that have died, because my mom too is late. It's not like
Yes,
she was a
it's
bad
not about
Christian,
yes.
but I don't know. Things just work. I don't know. God has His own
Your
way.
own ways. God
So,
ways are not
like,
our
it's not
ways,
our
so we
way.
cannot
So,
question
yeah,
it.
my dad is very strong when it
We
comes to
cannot
his
question
faith
it.
and everything, and it keeps him going. Like Jenny said, that foundation is very important. No
Yeah.
matter how much you derail, you will still find your way back to God.
Back.
That's the Holy Spirit in you. Will be like, you know what you're doing is not
Yes, it
right.
keep
Come
talking to
back, my
you.
child. Come back, my
Yes,
child.
yes, yes.
So, yes, Jenny, you're right on that. Foundation is very
Key.
important.
Yeah.
So, okay, question number 5. He said, why does God let bad things happen? I think we've kind of answered that, but just
Yes,
continue.
God let bad things happen because He's trying to test your faith. He wants to see your faith in Christ. He wants to see, okay, if things should go this way, is this person still going to be my child? Is this person still going to remain? Is this person going to still believe in me? And funny enough, I kind of think like God gives us near situation. When I mean near situation, it allows it to happen in a way and still adverts it.
Yeah,
You
sometimes it's
know.
so painful because my friend recently, she just lost her brother. I mean, he was 23, 24. Perfect child. Like,
But can I tell you something? I want to correct
so
something.
why did that
It's
happen?
not God's will that his children should die young.
Huh.
It's not God's will that people's life should be cut short. That's
So
not
why was
God's
it
will.
cut short?
That's not God's will. That's not God's will.
But they say Okay, like even when Pastor Ina died, family worship, everybody was disappointed because he was such an amazing preacher. But they're like, God called him, it's his time.
I've seen
So is it?
situations like that where
I don't know.
it is
It's
all
very
believed that God
confusing.
called this person. God wants his angels by his side. For
Well,
some
true.
reason, some persons pray. Some people, they are going through a
But
lot
some
of
people feel like
things
we're just consoling
behind.
ourselves when somebody dies. We're like, oh, they're in a better place. Everyone like, how do you know?
What is true? They are in a better place. It's better there with God than here in this end that we're all struggling.
So question number 6, it says, oh my God. If they come to meet you and they ask you what is pornography, what will you say? Hmm.
What will I say? So
Yeah.
I'll actually let them know that that is a video, a content that should never be seen at all by them in the first place. But they actually do know.
They know. I feel like they know.
They know. No, I feel like we've had this conversation
Oh,
because they
really?
used to tell me how maybe some kids they
In
caught some kids
school,
in
yeah.
school watching such. How I like the way they
Scary.
act, very terrific. Like, oh my God, mom. Like, why would they even do that? Why did this person do that?
The
Look at
internet.
this is yes. So
Scary.
let's not even pretend that they don't know what it is. They know, especially the bigger kids.
No, the bigger kids, yes,
They
but I don't
know.
feel like I'm
But
strong. Yeah, will you know what?
no,
No,
Armstrong doesn't know. My son doesn't.
they
He's
won't
10.
know.
He doesn't know. But the girls, oh my God, they
They're in
know.
secondary school already,
But not
so
like they've
obviously
watched because now in their heads they already know that is sinful. They already know is a big deal. Like not to even try to even
watches.
watch it at all. So even when they are watching these YouTube videos
That's the thing. People are
where
kissing,
they want
even
to talk about kissing.
cartoons.
Yeah, they used to tell
It's
me like, "Mom, do you know
scary.
they kiss in cartoons? Mom,
Yes.
do you know they do all these things like, you know?" So they know these things. They know these things, and the good thing is that they know it's a no-no. You don't watch it, avoid it, you know. So even when maybe we're watching a movie and someone
They
is
start
kissing
kissing.
or something, they know, okay, oh, this is a no-no. They want to throw their face away. So they know these things.
The internet is so
Yes.
damaging. You can actually Google something so innocent and
And
it
then
takes
it
you to
pops up.
porn.
It's
God, which
crazy.
way?
Yeah.
Man, raising kids is a lot.
It's a
So
lot, honestly. It's a handful.
God will help us.
Amen.
So number 7 says, what kind of girls do boys like the most?
If you ask me, I think nowadays, like these days,
Hook up.
guys likes bodies.
Yeah,
I
buddies.
don't think I even think the good anyway, there are some set of men that actually like the good girls.
They want to
And
marry the
honestly, they
good
want to
girls.
marry the good girls, but they want to be with the bad girls
Yeah, you
and
can't eat
wife
your cake, have
the
your
good
eat what they
girls.
say, eat your cake
Yeah,
and
so
have
that's why
it.
we don't even understand these men because
God.
you want to have the good ones, but you want to be with the bad
Bad
ones.
ways. They'll
So
marry the good
which
ones.
and still go out there to be with the bad ones.
Even now, it's so bad.
Then they will be with the bad ones. They will not marry them. They will go and look for the good ones
Yes.
and then get married to them.
Like Dang was saying
So we
on
can't even tell.
on YouTube, sorry, on Instagram, that it's so bad nowadays that even homosexuals look for like virgins to marry. So if you're a homosexual, why do you have to get married? Just to
Why? But that's
cover?
what they do.
I
Even
don't know. It's
apart
so
from
messy.
virgins, they want to keep women in their house, marry
Yes,
them,
just keep up
and you know
appearances.
that you are not straight. But you want to use women to cover up your track. You want to use women to cover up your mess and your nonsense. For me, that's like
It's
very
wicked.
deceitful wickedness. Like you want to ruin a whole human being's life.
Because she'll be
And
questioning
then
herself, what am I doing wrong? Meanwhile, he's not
yes,
just
it's
interested
not
in
just
you.
about her. It's about
Oh,
their
Lord.
preference, what they like, what they do. Honestly, and God has to come soon because we don't even know what's happening
I'm
around the
telling
world.
you.
It's so rampant more than we even know.
Yeah, it's
It's
getting worse
very even
by the
in
day.
Nigeria, like
Nigeria. People will say it happens.
a lot.
Exhibit
Like
A, Bobrisky
if you ask
has
me,
so much guts.
I think it's even over 60%, 70% as we speak.
Yeah, and apparently there's a law that has been passed that same-sex marriage is allowed.
Now in
I swear, I
Nigeria,
saw it on
I
Instagram.
don't
Like,
think that's
wow.
true.
I'm
I
like, it
don't
can't be
think
true.
that's true.
The girl was so sure.
I
I'll
don't.
get a screenshot and put so you guys will see. I'm like, in this
No, I
Nigeria,
don't think that's true.
if it's true, so they quietly passed
Never.
a
Like the
law.
Senate passed the bill.
My sister.
No, I don't think so. It will go everywhere now.
What kind of,
There are even
how
people
do you
that will
even
go against
explain
it.
to your kids that guys like bad girls, but don't be a bad girl?
Do you understand? No, I don't think that part you should even know about it. Just be
Yeah, just be
there's somebody
yourself.
for everyone.
Yeah,
So be yourself, be a good girl. Like
yeah, be a
whoever
good
is for you is
girl.
going to come and marry you, appreciate you, love you for who you are. You don't need I cannot be a baddie. Do you understand? You don't need to be a baddie because everyone else is a
The
baddie or guys
body.
likes baddie.
Yeah. On that
And me,
note,
I'm just in my own world.
yes,
Maybe I don't
so
know.
guys,
Uh,
the thing is, you can only advise kids. They'll still do what they want to do, but if they listen to us, fine. That's our prayer. On that note, before we even leave the kind of girls, um, and boys like, once they come and tell you they want to have sex, how do you handle that?
hey God.
Because the African parents to me is like, no, wait till you
No
get married, the
way.
religious parent. But
But why would a child? I don't know.
realistically,
I don't
I
know.
don't.
That's not realistic. That's not a realistic question because your child cannot just walk up to you and say they want to have sex.
Oh, they've had sex. How would you
Except they are
handle?
just going to
Push your.
prank you or pull your legs and then they want to say that to
Ah,
see how mommy is going to react. But to actual fact, to like walk up to you and tell you they want to do that, I don't think any child would boldly walk up to their parents
or maybe they've already
to
done it
tell
already
you.
and they've come to tell you.
Yes,
Anyway, let's
that's
not
also
even think of
possible.
it. Yeah,
Yes, but
accept that.
as a mom, I don't even want to think
Yeah, I
about
don't
it.
want to.
I don't even want
Please.
to. God forbid it.
Next question. Is it normal for me to want to try cigarettes or drink? Ah, it's
Well,
normal, I
drink. I
guess.
think drink is normal, because I've had maybe my kids tell me, "Oh,
Let me have a sip
let
of
me." They want to
wine.
smell, and then they will smell it, and then they will say.
Let me sip.
Sometimes I'll tell them, "Okay, you want
Have
to
a
sip,"
sip.
especially when it's bitter. I'll like, "Oh, you think it's good? It's not good." And then they'll ask me, "Say, why are you drinking it?" I'm like, "Because we're adults. Our head is full. It
You
just has a
can
way of
handle
helping
yourself.
us just to ease the mood or just to help us sleep or whatsoever." And then they're like, "But it's not good, mom." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not good." And then they watch me for a while and like, "Okay, how does it even taste?" I was like, "Why are you asking me? I want," especially when it's bitter. And then they just put it in their tongue and like, you know.
Oh God.
So I like you.
I wish they
That
could remain innocent forever,
yes, me
but
too.
it's not just
Because
possible.
then if you're not being too careful, like, don't drink it, don't drink it. Children, oh my God, whatever
Yes,
you
once
want to
they have
stop them from
access to it,
doing
they'll overdo
is
it.
what they want to do. What you think you want to stop them from, that's what they want to do. They'll go behind your back to even do it and they will overdo it. So it's
Yes.
better to even win your children, make them your friends, allow them to be very free around you. I mean, that's what I do for myself and it's working
I mean, I
for
can let
me,
them drink, but when they're
you
older,
know.
maybe is it 20 or 21 or
Of course, when
19?
they are older. But my
For
kids are
now.
already telling me, oh, they would never drink. Alcohol smells horrible. The taste is
That's
even
what I was a
bitter.
late bloomer. Oh.
Ew,
I
you
didn't
know.
drink alcohol till maybe sometime in university, and so even in uni, I
And
did
it's
maybe
funny how
second.
these children also help us to become better persons because,
Yeah.
in as much as they've even criticized, sometimes I want to drink to go to bed. But now, it's so bad now that I can take a sip like this, like half of this glass, and get tipsy. Because why? I no longer drink like the way
Yeah, like
I
before,
before.
obviously, when you're
My
in
body is
uni,
no
you
longer
can't.
used to
Thank you.
it.
It's not the
My
same
body is not used
thing.
to alcohol anymore. So when I take like a
Ah,
glass or half glass, I'm already like.
age will
So
even
and
tell
then
you,
because
and
they've
your
told me that,
responsibilities.
Mom, why
Yeah.
are you even drinking it? Oh, I hate it. I'll never drink it. Oh, so now they are even working like on me as well.
Yeah.
Even without them knowing, I'm like, oh, really? It's true. Why am I drinking
I
this
feel like
thing?
life will even
So
humble you because
yes.
at this age, you want to be taking shots when you have
Yeah.
to wake up, go to work,
And then you
school
want to
run,
wake
this
up
one.
with hangover. Do you want to wake up with hangover? You want
Nah.
to wake up with headache? You want
Yes, the
to,
older you
oh.
get, you even lose some of these
Yeah, so
things.
these days, one just maybe you drink when necessary. Maybe when you're
Wine,
out
social
with
drinking,
friends, yes,
yeah,
social drinking, not just sit
cocktails.
down and just. Yeah, so
Yeah.
life actually will humble you,
Life
especially
will
when you
humble
have
you.
children. You
Huh?
just everything just falls in lines, and
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. So it says, is it number 9? Is it normal for me to have bad thoughts sometimes?
It's
It's
normal,
normal.
very normal, because in as much as they are kids, they are also like humans, like
Yeah, they
us.
have feelings.
They have feelings, they think, they even go as far as thinking about the future.
Yeah.
I've had my kids have those discussions with me whereby One is saying, Mom, if I do this, am I going to prosper in it? If I do
Mm-hmm.
this, Mom, do you think I'm going to make a lot of money? Do you think this business, if I do this, choose this career? Mom, I have a change of mind again. Mom, I don't even know what to do. I feel like I'm not even making the right decision. Mom, can you help me pray about it? That's to tell you that
Yeah,
they are
thinking.
bothered already. That is where we are. When we were growing up, it was different.
Very
We were
different
not thinking about the future.
at
But the
all.
kids of these days,
They're ahead.
they are ahead.
And they don't even want to
They
be
are
the
already seeing themselves
typical
in the
lawyer,
next. No,
doctor,
they don't want to.
not just any kind of
Honestly, they're already
professional.
at 10 years. They're already thinking, where am I going to be like in the next 10 years? Where am I going to be in the next? Okay, they already have their life. They're already planning ahead. Okay, I'm going to be done with uni at this age. Okay, so after uni,
Next
what's
step.
next? You know, they're thinking very deep. So yes, they go deep in thoughts, just the way we are. They think a lot. They have bad thoughts, you know, even from school environment too. They still come home and have like a thought over what happened in the day. If they had a
Yeah.
quarrel in school with their friends, they have feelings.
Yeah, they do.
You know, sometimes you see some of them even getting emotional breakdown. And then,
Emotional.
like I said, my kids open up to me because I made them my friend. So they are coming around, Mom, this happened. Do you think what I said was wrong? Who do you think was right? Who do you think was wrong? Mom, what do you think? This person shouldn't have said this, right? So, I mean, that's a lot.
It's a
Yeah.
lot. So number 10, it says, why don't we hang out more?
Why don't we hang out
Like if they
more?
come to meet you and be like, why don't we hang out more? How will you reply?
Okay.
Maybe responsibilities, work, business.
Of course, I let them know that it's not. Of course, it's not. It can't be every day. They go to school. I have to face business. I get very busy most times. So, but however, I try to create like weekends to take them out and
Bonding time.
yes, bonding time. You know, if anything comes up and it's not possible, they also understand. You know, so but
Mom
if
is
they want,
busy.
yes, you also have to create time, family time for your kids to go out with them because too much of everything is also very bad.
Yeah.
If you have to give them so much
Balance.
excuse and you know not have to do these things with them, it also becomes a problem too. So I'll reply to them, I'm sorry, I've been busy, but we'll plan a date. Okay, let's choose a date at least to make them feel better.
Yeah.
You know, and
This
also
is
try to
good.
keep to your promises too with your
Yes,
kids.
don't break it.
Yes, don't break it.
Okay, so number 11 says, why do you seem stressed all the time? Adulthood is stressful.
I'm telling you, I don't even understand that question, but
Ah,
like,
you're thinking of
first of
bills
all,
to
living
pay,
in
giving them
Nigeria
a
is
good
not easy.
life.
Everyone is, we're already stressed. Like,
Yes.
we're mentally stressed,
Nigeria.
emotionally, physically, financially,
Everybody's
otherwise.
angry.
Everybody's angry.
Jesus.
So, bro, why am I not going to be stressed?
Then the
Why would I
cost
not be
of things
stressed?
are constantly
Inflation, oh my
rising.
God.
I know it's all around the
We
world,
have to be,
but
it's just that we'll manage it because we are survivors.
yeah,
We'll survive it. Yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah, you just and the thought of giving them a better life,
Yes.
it won't come cheap. Do you
At all. We want to
understand?
give them the
Have you seen the
best.
price of international students abroad? Hey, no, 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! Don't even think. God will help us.
Amen.
So it says number 12. Why can't our family be different? Why can't our family be different?
How
Different
do
how?
family? That is even not a right question for a child to ask.
Why can't our family
Value,
be
family
different?
values. You have to, as a child, bring up your children in a way they will be content.
Yeah.
Bring up your children in a way they will have family value. They should not see another family as a
And
better
want,
family. Or see another
yes.
family and
Okay,
want
okay, I
to.
get the question. Maybe
Yes.
want what they have.
No. It's all bringing foundation. So if your child have to ever question you and ask you that,
Why can't we
that's
have this
already
or that?
a negative and a red flag.
You try and
It means
correct
you're
the
doing your
child.
parenting very wrong.
Some kids have coconut head. No matter if you
No.
see some siblings from the same home, one is black, one is white, and you'll be wondering to yourself, they have the same father and mother, but some children are just destined to be black sheep. Like they say, there's always a black sheep in the family. So no matter how, I don't know, you just pray for them.
Like-
Like streams of joy, Pastor Jerry said, you seize them in the spiritual,
Yes,
because
it's
some
true.
kids need to be
I'm
seized In the
Oh,
spiritual realm, it's not more physical. You
mm-hmm.
called you, hey,
I'm telling
you call
you,
them, you
it's
summon them.
true.
That's the word he used. You
True.
summon their spirits.
It's true.
Because this
Call
life
their
was very, very
name.
spiritual.
It
Oh.
is.
There's
It
some things
is.
that don't meet the physical eye.
It's
You have
true.
to summon that spirit that is
It's
chasing them.
true. Yes. Oh,
You
it's true.
summon them back to God. But it's okay. Number 13, where
Hmm.
it applies, it says, why do you and daddy argue so much?
And you
Kids,
should help
man.
us to answer that. Because I
Yes.
can't even answer that question.
So Jenny is a single mom. So I was just trying to answer. Think kids, even if you're just having a simple argument, to them is big. Everything is elaborate in their eyes because they're still
They're very
small,
soft.
very soft. And I
Ah,
noticed that boys are even more emotional than girls. Because if me and Ikem are having an argument, Nito can start crying. I'm like, why are you crying? It's like, because I don't like it when people fight. I'm like, but we're just having a conversation. Once your voice just goes a little bit loud,
higher.
oh my God.
I know.
I'm like, no, no, don't worry. It's not. So you have to be very careful. If you can argue
Even
in
with people
private, go and
around,
argue. Yes.
even with your staff,
You
even you have to
know,
be careful.
I
Because
once
they
we're
get
arguing,
scared, they get
yes.
emotional, they feel like,
I don't
oh,
argue in front of your staff because
nursing.
if you can help it, fight behind closed doors. In front of
Oh,
the kids,
yeah.
I'm not. It's not like fake it till you make it, but don't give them that impression that there's
Impression.
anything wrong.
Because
Try and
whatever
sort
they are
it
saying,
out.
also,
It's
they tend to
it
become that.
sticks.
It sticks and they tend
Exactly.
to also become that kind of a
Yes.
person.
Yes. Because I noticed
So,
because Ikem and I used to shout a lot at the kids just out of frustration. Sometimes you're just frustrated. And that shouting becomes their inner voice. Because I noticed Nato too picked it up. He'll be shouting around. I'm like, why are you shouting? I say, let me look at myself. Oh.
yes.
So it's never too late to correct a behavior.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you're not in the mood, just try and explain to them, please, I'm just coming back from work. I need my space. Instead of screaming. It took me a while, but I've gotten there because some kids they'll
It's
try
true.
your
It's true.
patience. So you just have to be, I'll just pray to myself, like, just count to 5. Because you can tell them the same thing 100 times and they'll still come and meet you. You're frustrated, you're tired, you're coming from work, you're hungry, all sorts of
Yes.
emotions. And there was
Yeah.
one thing my friend said her mom used to do. Immediately she gets back from work, she'll lock herself for 45 minutes
To relax.
to relax. That they never really
Oh, that's
understood it
good. That
till they grew
works.
older.
Oh.
So in that 30, 45 minutes, you are processing. In a way, yes, they felt their mom didn't love them. But
Oh.
now they're older, they understand just so you can declutter from the day. So you don't even take out your frustration on
On
them.
them.
Just go in and just, declutter, distress. You come out a little bit more refreshed and more relaxed, then you can communicate with your kids as opposed to coming and biting them for something they
Wow.
didn't do. So I said, yes, I'll start doing that. Even though one day will be knocking on
Don't
my
do
door.
that to my sister. Give them a little attention.
Yes,
Go
then
into the
go
room,
in.
relax, come out again. But to just come from work and lock yourself, oh my God. I don't even know. I know it
Motherhood
works
is
for
not a
her,
one
but
size fits all. Whatever works for
it's
you.
not. Whatever works,
Okay,
yes.
so it says, 14, will you and dad ever get divorced? Kids, how do you even answer that one?
Amen.
You won't,
Never. It will
yeah,
not happen.
you
See,
won't,
did you see how that just clicked in my head? I'm like, oh, what was this question? Boom. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, no, 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 no. We reject it. For you, Tengu, you have a
yeah.
beautiful marriage, and
I mean, we just keep
it's going to be
praying.
forever. God is
Amen,
going to bless your
amen,
union,
amen.
and
I feel like people don't go into marriages to get divorced, right?
not at all. Nobody plans to
So
go
nobody
in to
plans
go
to,
out.
yes. So
Actually,
divorce actually, I don't know,
it's
it's
not a good
bad.
thing.
It's not a good thing,
If, even for the
honestly.
kids,
But then
really.
again, I won't say you should stay in a marriage where you're unhappy, they are beating you, and you are emotionally abused and
Did you
physically
see me chest
abused.
into that statement?
Your
You
mental
don't
health
have to
too.
stay.
Yes, you don't have to stay. Just love yourself and your kids. If it's very, very bad, don't stay there. Because so people don't come out alive. I mean, if you die, who will take care of your kids?
True.
So
Yeah.
please, divorce, don't, it's not a
It's
life
not the end.
decision. It's also not the end.
It's
If
not the
if it
end.
gets to a point where it's between your life and
Yes.
this marriage,
Walk
please
away.
run. Don't even walk, run. Carry your bag, leave your bag, run
I'm
with your
telling you.
children, because you are better off alive.
Yes, alive for
Life is for
them.
the
Yes.
living. You live to fight another day. If you are dead, what will happen?
That's true.
And finally, last question. It says, do you really love me the way I am? Oh.
Oh, children. Why would I not? I love, 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 love you even more than you love
More
yourself.
than
You
you
came out
know.
of me.
Yeah, heck.
Like,
That's the thing. They don't even understand. I'm
I
like,
love you. I love you more than I love
myself,
myself.
I'll
I
literally
think that's
die for my child.
yes.
No capo. If they say to I can't die for my husband,
At all, but
but
the
I'll die for my
children,
child.
yes,
Like
100 without
Wando
a
Urenami.
second
Ah
thought.
no, I won't even think about.
Oh
I
my
would give my
God,
life for
life
my
for
child,
I will
unless
give
that
my
child
life
is
for my
grown and is
children.
useless. Cause
Oh, God forbid,
God
oh,
forbid.
useless children.
But yeah, that's the thing.
Oh,
And my kids are weird. Urena, if you shout at her once, she'll be like, "Why don't you love me?" I'm like, "Because I
oh.
shouted at you.
But
I love
emotional
you."
blackmail. Do you know my
Yes,
kids say that you love this person more than this person? You love this person. I'm like,
that is
no.
nature. Nature is like
I
you
love
love
you all the
Ure.
same way. And that's an actual fact. I can't even process it like love one more than the other. You are literally my eggs. You came out of me. You guys are me. Like,
Yes.
how am I
Even
going to
when I
choose
like
one
you
part of
love
me more
Wando,
than
I'm
the
like
other?
Wando is a baby. She's 2 or 1.
That's why I'm
You have
giving
to
her
keep
more
yes,
attention.
she needs me. She's not
She
as
needs us,
independent
not even me.
as you guys. She needs you
You
guys as well. Do you
guys, come
understand? So you
on,
have to
these
keep
kids.
explaining to them like we love all of you. There's no favorite
Yes, there's
for now
no.
anyway. I feel like some
Do you
parents
think?
have favorites,
Do you
so
think
for yes,
some?
they
No,
do.
when they grow up and they start being.
Yes, when they grow. When they are smaller, yes, you won't have favorite. But when they are older, or more you have. Let's not even lie. Some parents have
But
because
our
some
prayer is
kids
see not one of our children is going to be found missing or
will
lacking.
summon
No prodigal
you.
child amongst our
Hey,
children. So there won't be any reason to
mountain of fire.
choose.
You will come back
I'm
home.
telling you,
Ah,
NSPPD, eh?
streams of joy. Every Nathaniel back. We
All
will
of them, Hallelujah,
summon you back.
Chale, God, oh my
Hey,
papa.
we will summon
Eh?
you back home. Oh, lie, lie.
Oyedipo, we
Eh?
are there. Shilo
As
is
we did
even
not
coming.
kill our
So I
parents,
don't play with
you
all
will
these
not kill
things.
us. Ah,
Yes,
we
so.
summon you by the grace of God.
Oh my God.
Anyway, guys, we've come to the end of
Mm-hmm.
this session, this chit chat. It was really, really enlightening.
Yeah.
Make sure you drop us a comment and make sure you go to Jenny's channel, Keeping Up
Please,
with Jenny.
guys.
We'll have another most likely video, a juicy and spicy one. You can't even
Yes,
miss
watch
it. So
out.
make sure you go there, you subscribe. Just don't watch. Make sure you subscribe to our
Subscribe,
channel. Drop
please.
her a comment. Make sure you
Please.
like and make sure you share, guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.